This is the Jenna Ryan Show.
Ain't that America? You and me. Ain't that America? Little pink houses for you.
Jenna Ryan is a world-renowned speaker and thought leader, ranked in the 87th most influential person online by Fast Company magazine. Jenna Ryan has spoken to thousands around the world and is now speaking to you. So with all things real estate and beyond, here is Jenna Ryan.
Hello, everyone. Hello. How is everyone today? This is Jenna Ryan, and this is my show. Welcome. We are here today. Are y'all having a wonderful day today? I certainly am. St. Patrick's Day yesterday was absolutely crazy. And we had a huge party for one of my very good friends at a big mansion. It's okay. We had a big party for one of my best friends at this huge mansion in Preston Hollow. I mean, this was the most gorgeous mansion I have ever seen. If y'all want to see photos, she has like a his and her bathroom. There's got to be 10 bathrooms in there. But I'm a house person, so I was all looking at everything. You can look on my Facebook at jenna.ryan1 at the photos. From last night, we had the best time, and happy St. Patrick's Day to everyone. And I'm here today. I have a very special guest, two very special guests with Huffines Communities. Huffines Communities, which we're going to learn all about those today. We have Elvio Bruni,
yes, ma'am,
the president of Huffines Communities. Look at this, in the house. Yay, we need some applause going on. And we also have Feathers-Meziere. She is with us today. Say hello.
Hi, everyone.
Okay, y'all are sharing that mic there. Yes. So you guys, we got some multimedia going on. We've got Facebook Live. Yes, we do. We're live at jenna.ryan1 on Facebook. We've got the radio going. We've also got Danny Campbell in the house. Yay. With video. And this is going to go on the YouTube channel. And we've got, I want you guys to go to my Facebook page on Facebook, the Jenna Ryan Show, and like that page because eventually it's going to go on that page. So let's get connected on social media, like the YouTube channel. I'm doing some exciting things. I'm going out to these home builder communities, and I'm bringing them to you at the, comfort of your own home. You don't even have to go out of your house. And you're going to be finding out about all these home builder communities just on the fly, just by going on Facebook or YouTube. And that's what we're going to be doing. So today, welcome, Elvio.
Thank you. Thank you for having us this morning.
Thank you for being here this morning. So what we're going to talk about, I don't know, have y'all heard of Huffines? I'm sure everyone has heard of Huffines. I was on Huffines Street. I wonder if there's a street in Carrollton.
There's a number of Huffines boulevards around town, yes.
Yesterday, I passed one in just a random part of Carrollton, and there was Huffines. I was like, I'm having them on the show tomorrow. So, yeah, this is a very integral part of the community of the DFW area, the Huffines. Now, were they originally in the car?
They were. They're part of the family. I get thing in the car business, they've been around for about 85 years. So
85 years in the car business. And then what made them transition to the...
Well, there are four brothers. JL had four sons.
Okay.
James went into banking, and he went down into Austin.
Okay.
He was president of Board of Regents for UT down in Austin.
Wow.
Ray Huffines runs the car dealership, so you'll see him on TV.
Okay.
And then Don and Philip are the twin brothers, and they went into real estate back in the 80s.
Okay.
So they've been in real estate for going on 40 years now.
That makes a lot of sense. Okay. So the first thing I think of when I think of Huffines is I think of Savannah.
Yep.
Was that one of the first master plan communities that Huffines did? Or
Actually, that was the third one we did.
That was the
first
third.
one we did was out in Rowlett called Waterview.
Waterview, okay.
It was a partnership with the city to build a golf course community in Rowlett back when Rowlett wasn't more than a dot on a map. It's about 1,800 homes. It had the first of the private water parks in DFW.
Okay.
So it had water slides, spray parks, big resort pool. It was very successful. It was Rowlett's #1 community for the 5 years it was open.
Wow.
And from 98 to about 2003. We opened Providence along the 380
Providence.
corridor.
Right.
That one we opened in 2002. And it was when 380 was really just an asphalt 2-lane road that had ruts and bumps and everything else in it.
I mean, it was far out there
It was.
back then.
It
And
was
now
far
it's
out
more
there.
it gets getting closer and closer.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, our first month we opened was September of 2002. We sold 118 homes in the first month.
Oh my goodness. Are you kidding?
No,
2002?
It was the sales prices range from $89,900
Whoa.
to about $120,000. But it had the big water park and the big clubhouse.
That was a pull. That's a draw to the kids.
It is. And no question, it's a family-oriented community. It's
Right.
actually turned itself into its own town. It's now the town of Providence
It is
Village.
the town of Providence now.
It is.
I've shown homes out there, and it's just a unique. It's got the hardy plank. It's got the
Correct.
the real country feel with the porches, and it's very cute community.
And it was designed specifically for that. It was back in 2002, hardy plank wasn't as popular as it is today. Brick was king.
Right.
And it took get a couple builders to do some unique things. But we wanted to do something that was family oriented, that was geared around the front porch and
Right.
the pedestrian interaction.
Okay.
So all the houses are above the street so that when you're sitting on the porch, it's comfortable to look somebody in the eye when somebody's walking on the street.
Right. It's more the
And-
down home feel.
Correct. And we put in a lot of social events.
Okay.
So the HOA had parties every year, and the theory was if you know your neighbor, you watch out for your neighbor.
Right.
And small town Mabry is what we were trying to recreate, especially with the hardy plank feel. We were really trying for something different that hadn't been seen in the marketplace before.
And it was different. And I remember it very well. And I remember just dreaming of living in that kind of community. And there was a couple of communities that were doing that. And even seeing them today. Now, are they still building in Providence?
Actually, one of our builders who was there from the beginning has bought land adjacent to Providence and brought it into the town.
Okay.
And they were still building through, I think, last year.
Okay.
We haven't been involved in probably about 4 or 5 years now.
4 or 5 years. Okay, so Providence is farther, more towards 35. It's more farther down, more towards Pilot Point, all of those
Correct.
things. Whereas Savannah is a little bit closer to Little Elm
Yes.
and Frisco.
Yes.
Okay, but it is still cutting edge, taking a risk of building this humongous
Oh, no question.
community. But people come. You build it, and people will come.
Well, we find that, you always have to look for something that's a little different and something you can do some unique things in.
Right.
Savannah was the next step up from Providence. The clubhouse is 10,000 square feet. And the whole thought was that you were going to give a country club feel but still give affordable pricing. Because we started in the 110s, 120s in
Right.
Savannah when it started.
Right.
That's a little bigger of a community. It's about 2,500 homes. So it's a little bit different challenges. We even brought in an age-restricted part of it because we're seeing that come as part of the focals. You had the Del Webbs, and they did a great job.
Right.
But they were all 55 and older.
Okay.
Well, you had this segment that said, I want to be in a place where I've got people my own age, but I like having generationally within the community.
Wow, you can do that? That's not discrimination?
Well, as long as you restrict in that area, you can do 55 and older, but the whole community is accessible to everybody.
Okay.
So we had grandparents buying in the 55 and older, and the kids would buy in the non-55 and older. So you had this mix of generations within a community.
Very interesting.
And
I didn't even know they had that out there.
They do. And also, if you're a grandparent and your grandkids come to visit, the grandkids have a great place to go play in the parks and the water parks and the clubhouses. Whereas in the 55 older for every place, they really have no kids to play with and interact with. So generationally, it makes a lot of sense. And we're seeing that more and more in the marketplace now.
That's interesting. I had no idea that was even available there. And so, so the Savannah has the water slides.
Correct.
It has the pool, and your kids are really. It's like you don't even have to leave the community in order for your kids to be happy.
Resort style living.
Resort style living, and then they have the fishing. You can go fishing. I've seen people fishing.
Yeah, we have about 9 lakes out there.
Okay.
So there's fishing. We stock the lakes. Actually, we haven't had to in a long time. We have fishing tournaments out there. Our directors put on an amazing set of events out there.
Wow.
So 4th of July parades, Easter egg hunts. I think one year we gave away 10,000 Easter eggs.
Wow.
So it's an amazing social atmosphere out there.
That is awesome. And who are they're building still?
There are still 4 builders out there. Grand Homes is out there.
Okay.
History Makers out there. Castle Rock's out there.
Castle Rock, yes.
And Bloomfield's still out there.
And Chestnut. Yeah, I've shown out there, and they've got some really good floor plans available. And then they have a new section.
Yeah, Azalea Village is up
Azalea
on the
Village.
north side. Yeah.
It's just kind of a little bit different. You know, things progress. People want different things, and, things grow. And so what do you guys think? What do you guys think? We've got the president of Huffines Communities here today. We're going to be talking about more communities that they have coming up after the break. Give us a call. Phone lines are open, 214-787-1190.
Free Talk Live.
Put up a barrier on the border.
Like a Great Wall?
Something that's secure. And then you put a moat underneath.
Holy crap, alligators in the moat?
You can put sensors on there. The motion detector.
Motion tracking machine guns, too. They just spit out some 50 cals at them if it moves.
Ninjas, that's what we need. The border ninjas.
Catch Free Talk Live Monday through Sunday, midnight to 3 a.m. on Talk Radio 1190.
How do you know what is fact versus opinion with all the fake news these days? You go to Talk Radio 1190 and tune in to the new show, Chasing the Truth, every Friday from 3 to 5 p.m. They'd even like for you to be part of the show. How? Just listen to the topics about politics, sports, economy, and current events. Call in and give them your opinion. But warning, you must have facts to back up your opinion, or you'll be booted off the air. Chasing the Truth every Friday from 3 to 5. Great new show with a great new format that's sure to raise some eyebrows.
You could win $1,000 in your hand.
$1,000?
$1,000 is up for grabs every hour, weekdays.
It's the return of $1,000 in your hand on Talk Radio 1190. Your shot at $1,000 every hour, Monday through Friday between 5 a.m. and 9 p.m. You can use it to pay bills, buy tickets to your favorite sporting event or concert. It's up to you. Want to win? Just listen to Talk Radio 1190 for $1,000 in your hand.
We outbid them all at GiveMeTheVin.com. And to prove it, if we don't beat your CarMax offer, we'll pay you $100 straight up and down. GiveMeTheVin.com. 45 seconds. Load your car in, get an offer, we'll come to your doorstep and pay you right there. Or pay off your payoff. If we don't beat your CarMax offer, we pay you $100. Look at our reviews online. Google GiveMeTheVin.com and see it for yourself. It's awesome.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
In small towns and big cities around the world, Habitat for Humanity volunteers gather. Hammers are raised, bricks are laid, and another family finds shelter in a home they help build. Habitat volunteers are changing lives for the better, and in the process, maybe even their own as well. Support the work in your community or wherever your heart leads you. Volunteer, get involved, and help build it.
From the Jenna Ryan Weather Center, we have a 50% chance of scattered thunderstorms developing this afternoon with possible severe storms in the mix and a high of 83. This report was brought to you by In-N-Out Burger.
At In-N-Out, they make sure they only serve the freshest. Fresh beef, fresh produce, fresh fries from real fresh potatoes. No freezers, no microwaves. And all their beef and produce is sourced fresh. Right here in Texas.
Welcome back to the Jenna Ryan Show on Talk Radio 1190 AM.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Welcome back to the Jenna Ryan Show. You guys, I am a working realtor. I'm a real estate agent. Well, I'm a broker. I'm a real estate agent, and I sell homes. And I really would love your business. If you're looking to buy or sell in Dallas-Fort Worth, I hope that you would think of me and call me anytime. text me, call me, email me. I am ready for you. I've got plenty of time. This radio show does not take all my time. And let me just let you know, you can email me at JennaRyanRealty@gmail.com. You can also call me anytime, 972-510-9177. I'm really into new construction. I love taking people out to see new homes, and it's good to have an agent with you to represent your interest and show you what all's out there. And I'm here today with Elvio Bruni, the president of Huffines Communities. There we got I love that. Thank you. Thank you, Trell. And we also have Feathers-Meziere. She is the marketing director for Huffines Communities, and she's just fabulous. She's the one that set this whole thing up, and I'm so glad that she's here. And so if you're not familiar, Huffines Communities is the premier community development builder in DFW.
Thank you.
Master plan community. Nobody does it like them. Nobody goes the extra mile like they do. They don't just put in a swimming pool. They put in a park. They put in a water park. They put in fishing ponds. They put in community centers. This is a company that really goes above and beyond. The Huffines name, you have Huffines in the car business. They were 4 brothers. You have the car business. And this is the real estate brothers.
Correct.
Okay, so the real estate. I mean, I think it's really telling the way everything you're saying, even what we're about to talk about, is really top notch. It's like big dreams. It's like a big mindset.
Well, I've got the owners, Don and Philip, always look at it as what they would love to come home to.
Okay.
So they're always trying to create a place that they are proud of to drive through even 10 years after. And I'll tell the story real quick.
Yes.
We were finishing up Waterview, and we had maybe 20 lots left to sell in the community. And I drove it with Donald, and he said, we need to add trees here. We need to add landscaping here. And I asked him, I said, we've got 20 lots left. He goes, when I drive through here in 10 years, I want to be proud, and my kids want to be proud of what they drive through. So I want it to look the best even when we're finishing up. And that's the whole key of what we do. They love the term see beyond the obvious. So everything we create is trying to see what the next generation and the buyers want to see within the community.
Okay.
So that's why we build so many over-the-top amenities, because we realize that people want to come home to a place that they enjoy being home at.
Right. And it's evident. It's evident, you just don't see water parks and communities, and y'all are the first people that did that, right?
We were one of the first, yeah. The Waterview was our first one, and it had the first private water park in Dallas in it.
And kids, that's just a great place to raise your kids. I mean, that speaks volumes for kiddos. They're like, Mommy, I want to go there. Mommy.
We've sold houses because the parents would bring the kids out, and the kids would go, Mom, I want to live here. And we've had parents tell us that they bought specifically in Providence or Savannah because that's where the kids wanted to be.
Yeah, and I've heard the same thing. We drive by there, and my kids are like, we want to go there, Mom.
And we have elementary schools in all of our communities now.
That's right, yes. Now, okay, we're going to go and we're going to talk about this inspiration because I want to know more about it. Can I see that brochure, the picture, the one with the picture right there, this one?
Yeah, because this helps Clubhouse, Master Amenity Center.
You guys who are watching on my Facebook at Jenna.Ryan1, I actually have it as my cover photo. This is inspiration, and I'm inspired just looking at this photo. I want to go and hang out. And what I'm looking at is community building. Everybody's community driven. You're going to meet friends here. You're going to hang out with your friends here. What do they use these big pavilions for?
Well, we realized just what you said was that people want to come down and socialize with their friends, but they also want to have activities within the community.
Okay.
So the building on the one side is a 2-story fitness center. So it's all glass windows from floor to ceiling, 2 stories, heavy weights on the first floor, cardio and all on the second floor, but it's
Okay.
overlooking the pool area so that if mom wants to run and jog on the treadmill, but the kids are out in the pool, she can still have the visual side of seeing them out in the pool complex.
Wow, that is really convenient.
And the other
That's
side,
a great idea.
Well, we try to think about how
resort.
it's resort. And then the other side is our event space. This is where people can come down and actually socialize. So it's about 8,000 square feet on both sides. The event space is designed to have birthday parties, rentals, you can have
Realtor
weddings. And the bottom floor actually has bathrooms and game rooms for the kids outside of the sun connected to the pool. So they can go in and out and get out into the shade.
Wow.
But the whole premise of why it's 2 stories is what you're not seeing in this photograph is that from the second story, you can see Levon Lake.
Oh, okay.
And so
Views.
everything was brought up so that if you're having an event there, the backdrop will be the lake and overlooking the pools directly to the lake.
You could actually get married there.
You can. We've had a number of people get married in our clubhouses, and that's one of the premises. There is a little catering kitchen in there so that people who have
Wow.
special events can have catering brought in. There's a door actually to the outside where the parking lot so that the caterer can access directly into the kitchen.
Wow.
So we've tried to think of all of those things that people would actually use the facilities for.
Fabulous.
And then the pool complex is over the top. It's got a 450-foot lazy river running through it. The lower pool is an adult pool with jump rocks and a deep end and covered pavilion that has tables and chairs in the pool so you can sit there with your non-alcoholic drinks.
Okay. Really? No alcohol?
No, I'm kidding.
Oh, okay.
I'm kidding.
Adult beverages?
Adult beverages. But you can sit in the pool, relax underneath the shade, and have a table that's in the water and chairs in the water.
Wow, that is fantastic. Okay.
Plus, we have a sand volleyball court. We'll have an outdoor amphitheater.
We do have.
An amphitheater, playgrounds. I mean, 4 swimming pools, sand volleyball. It's just incredible. Well, okay, now I want to ask about, because I sell.
It's under construction.
It's under construction, and it's supposed to be due this year.
This year.
This year. Okay. So then what kind of homes are we building? What kind of homes are y'all building out there?
They'll fall within the traditional Dallas home styles. So we have a number of builders. Our biggest homes are built by Mercury Homes, which is the upper end of Castle Rock.
Okay.
Then we have Bloomfield, First Texas, and
Shattuck has a couple of homes.
Yeah, Shattuck's out there,
Mm-hmm.
and they're building. And then we have Guillen, Pulte, and Highland are building on our 50-foot lots.
Okay.
So we'll range everything for, I think our starting price is, I said First Texas. They're 280s up to
290.
about 500,000, 600,000.
Okay.
And then we have some in our new phase that will actually face Lake Levon.
Okay.
And the beauty of this property is that there's nothing between our property and the lake except 300 feet of core land that'll never get built on.
Corps of Engineers. Okay.
Right. So these homes are 88 to 100-foot wide lots.
Wow.
And we figure those will be our customs. We're about to put them out in the market to the buyers.
Okay.
So it won't go through a builder. We'll actually sell lots specifically to buyers so they can build their own custom home on it.
Build their custom home and overlook Lake Levon. So, okay, where is this?
It's off of Parker Road, about 9 miles east of 75.
So it's on the way to Lucas.
It's on the way to Lucas, and it's on the way to
South
Saxe.
Fork to Saxe.
Right.
On the way to South Fork, and it's located in the city of.
It's not in the city. It's outside the cities. It's in their ETJs of 3 cities.
Oh my goodness! It's in 3 different cities.
It is.
How are you going to handle the mail?
Actually, it's all done by the county, and now it's all the USPS has been delivering there for 3 years, so we've got that all handled.
Everything's all worked out. Eventually, you'll get your mail. Yeah, well, yeah, you know. I mean, you know what I'm saying. They work it out. You're in the new development. Okay. So, okay, this community has won a lot of really neat stuff. It has won Community of the Year for 2017, right?
Correct. But from McSam.
From McSam.
Yes.
Okay. And McSam is the builder.
Dallas Builders Association.
And we had Phil Drone on
Okay.
the show. So, yes, we're all familiar with the Dallas Builders Association. Hi, Phil, if you're listening. Okay, so you won Community of the Year for 2017. That's inspiration. And
Best front entry.
And you won the best front entry. Is that of the community or
Yes.
that's
Of the
not
community.
an individual home?
No,
That's
no.
of the community.
We wanted something unique out there. When we were developing, we tend to develop on 2-lane roads, which is now 4-lane roads.
Right.
But we wanted to make a statement. So the entryway actually puts in about 35 acres at the front entrance, and we built a 50-foot tall custom-made sculpture at the front entryway.
Goodness.
The water wall is 85 feet wide.
Wow.
And this one had to be special because Philip, one of the brothers, wanted the water to be very specific and frothy.
And what?
Frothy. It had
frothy
to look
water?
frothy water. Because when you see it, if you just do a rock entry, it's sort of like cascades, but you don't see the water.
Okay.
This one you see, and the reason we did it this way was it's actually chunks of granite that are hand-placed on this 80-foot wall to create this white froth behind the letterings.
Wow. So is it like it looks kind of like a fountain.
It looks like a fountain, but it's actually running down these granite rocks, so it's creating a very large bubbling effect behind the sign.
So there is water.
It is water, yes.
That is outstanding.
Yeah.
And I
then,
love the name.
And then as you come in the entranceway, it worked out perfectly, but there's 3 84-foot arches across the road, and the sun rises right underneath the arches, which gives a little credence to the inspiration name. So, the road is separated by elevation with 3 lakes in between them.
Okay.
So you get this height and elevation aspect as you come into the community.
Wow, that sounds gorgeous. I've got to come out there and see this. And just, do y'all turn these, do you put chemicals in to make these blue?
We use a food dye to keep them blue, but we dug them over depth side. They're down about 35 feet, which will naturally keep them blue.
Okay.
And then we drill a well down to the Paluxy, which gives us about 500 gallons a minute to keep the lakes fully charged.
I'm so enthralled in this conversation, I forgot we have a break right now. We'll be right back. Okay.
Free Talk Live.
Put up a barrier on the border.
Like a great wall?
I think that's secure. And then you put a moat underneath.
Holy crap, alligators in the moat?
You can put sensors on there. The motion detector.
Motion tracking machine guns, too. Spit out some 50 cals at them if it moves.
Ninjas, that's what we need. The border ninjas.
Catch Free Talk Live Monday through Sunday, midnight to 3 a.m. on Talk Radio 1190.
Hey, folks, it's Michael Berry, and I love real estate. Always have. I owned a real estate brokerage firm. And to me, real estate is a great investment strategy. It's a great retirement strategy. And if you want to learn more, there's a great show that comes on Monday through Friday right here called The Del Walmsley Show. It's the Del Walmsley radio show. You want to learn more about being an informed investor? You're going to love it.
Listen to the Del Walmsley Show Monday through Friday, 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. on Talk Radio 1190.
Message and data rates may apply.
Where are my glasses?
You're late.
The clock says 7.
Are you blind? It's nearly 8.
Oh, no. Can't find my glasses. Found them.
Time to finally get LASIK. If you can see your phone and send a text right now, you could get LASIK for far less than you might think. The LASIK Vision Institute is offering absolutely free evaluations and dramatically low prices on high-quality LASIK. Simply text LESS to 350-350. You'll enjoy the benefit of FDA-approved LASIK technology that gives the majority of patients 20/20 vision for a fraction of what others charge. You'll also get an extra 20% discount off our already low-cost services when you text LESS to 350-350. We've already performed over 1 million procedures. Today, it's your turn. Don't miss out. This great offer is just one text away. Text LESS to 350-350.
Hey, this is Chuck Morgan, voice of the Texas Rangers. The Russ Martin Show Listeners Foundation supports the families of Dallas-Fort Worth police officers and firefighters who have selflessly fallen in the line of duty. They watched over our families. Help us to watch over theirs. To donate, please go to russmartin.com. Thank you from the Texas Rangers.
Amazon is hiring part-time and full-time associates at their newest facility in Coppell. Come to a walk-in hiring event to get an on-the-spot job offer. Learn more at amazon.com/DFWjobs. Amazon is an equal opportunity employer.
Welcome back to the Jenna Ryan Show on Talk Radio 1190 AM.
Welcome back, everyone. Welcome to the Jenna Ryan Show. I am Jenna Ryan, real estate broker here in Dallas-Fort Worth. I sell homes all over the Metroplex, and I want to sell your home. If you have a home that you would like to sell, or if you're looking to buy, if you're wanting to downsize, if you're wanting to get a brand new home, if you're renting, if you are needing your first-time home buyer, whoever you are, I am your lady who can handle your real estate transactions and will take such good care of you and your family. So give me a call at 972-510-9177, and I will come out and look at your home and help you to get financing and everything that you need to move into one of these beautiful Huffines communities or any existing home in Dallas-Fort Worth. I'm here today with Elvio Bruni, the president of Huffines Communities. Yay!
Thank you.
And Feathers-Meziere. She is the marketing director with Huffines Communities. And I'm just learning all this fabulous stuff about their communities. And this is what I do a lot during the day is I call, home builders and find out what's going on in their area so that I can sell. And so our next thing we're going to talk about is Waterscape.
Correct.
Let's talk about Waterscape. Tell me what is the deal with Waterscape.
Okay, Waterscape is our newest community out in the Royce City area. It's off of FM 548. We have about 311 acres that we're going to develop into about 1,200 homes.
Okay.
It's our brand new one. We've got 4 great builders. We've got Highland and History Maker.
Okay.
On the 50-foot lots, we have Bloomfield and Impressions on the 60-foot lots.
Okay.
Just what the name it tells, it's going to have a lot of water within it. We believe that's a big factor of the community. So the first phase has 2 large lakes. It's situated directly on the curve of the road. So as you drive down, you'll see the Waterscape logo, and it's backlit through perforated metal.
Wow.
So the lights, and they're all LED changing, so we can change them for the season. And it'll reflect off the pond that's out in front of it. And then there's a large lake that comes in along the entrance drive, which gives that water back to the community. One of the things we always try to do is create water that's not just for 1 or 2 homes.
Right.
A lot of developers back lots up to the lake, and that's great for the lots that back up to the lake, but the rest of the community doesn't get the beauty of the lake.
Okay.
So this case, you'll see that the entrance drive fronts on the lake, and there's no homes blocking it. So everybody in the community gets to access that lake system.
Okay, that's interesting. Okay, I have a question.
Sure.
I have a developer question.
Okay.
Okay, so you come in, you find a spot of land. Do you have all the problems in getting that, the water and the electricity to the land? I know this is not for, your average person, but I do have people that really care about these things that listen.
You do. I mean, when you buy a piece of ground, especially out in the more rural areas, all those become issues. When you build within the city, water and sewer and electric is taken for granted. They're right there.
Right.
But when you go out to these areas, we have to bring all those utilities and facilities to the community. For example, here in Waterscape, we had to run about 1.5 miles of water line.
Okay, yeah.
We had to bring in gas from I-30 all the way down to the job.
Wow.
So that's about 2.5 miles.
Wow.
And all that, and we have to acquire the easements. It took us about 2 years just acquiring easements from the private owners along the road to be able to bring the water and the gas through.
You literally have to go door knocking?
We have to go door knocking and say, we'd like a 20-foot easement, and they'll go, why should I give it to you? And we go, well, we pay you this, and then it's a negotiation. And you always get 1 or 2 that go, well, my property is the Taj Mahal, and I want X. And you try to work it out, but it takes years to do that sometimes.
So you're taking a risk by purchasing this big block of land, or do you get all that ironed out before you do
You
the
try
deal?
to negotiate with the seller of the property to give you time to work all that out, but a lot of times you're taking the risk that you're going to get it. Yeah.
So are you involved in that process as
well? I was. Yeah, we've owned this one for about 8 years now, and I was involved in getting all the easements, negotiating them to get the water line designed and brought down. To get the entryway all designed, and it's an interesting look. One of our signatures is always arches across the road.
Okay.
We do that because we want that sense of arrival. So we created something a little unique here. The entry blocks are literally 2-foot by 4-foot block work.
Okay.
So it looks more massive in its entry feature because we're out in the rural part of the country.
Okay, and who comes up with these designs? Do you have architects that come out, or
we have a couple architects?
Are you the one who
but
does
Don and Philip and I are directly involved in coming up with the design. So we sit down with the architects, we sit down with the engineers and the land planners, and we go, now we want more curvilinear nature to the streets, because when you look down the streets, you don't want to see house after house after house that's all set back from the same distance. That gives you that Levittown look.
Okay.
So you'll notice in a lot of our communities, there's a lot of curvilinear nature to the streets.
I see this layout here.
Yeah, it's
There is a lot of curves.
There is. And that's designed so that the eye doesn't look 40 houses down the street and see them all set back at the exact same distance.
Okay, so there's different, what do you call it, setbacks?
Setbacks. The setbacks are all the same, but the illusion on the street is because the street's curving away, you don't see that long run. So as you go down into different segments, you're only seeing 4 or 5 houses at a time. And the purpose of that is to create the illusion of the eye that you're not on just this row.
Gotcha. That's very interesting. I didn't even think of that. That is wonderful. Okay, so is this one going to have a big water park?
It will have a pool complex. This one's more for our affordable side.
Affordable, Royce City.
First-time home buyer.
We need that. That's a very big market in Dallas-Fort Worth.
It is. It's the big struggle. Yeah, we're going to start about 204 out here.
Desperate for those kinds of homes.
Yes.
I mean, desperate. People are like, I want a home for $200. I'm like, not happening. I mean, you can't even get that off 380 anymore.
No. I mean, everything now along the 380 corridor north of Frisco, all the way up to Salina. We're looking at attracting Gunter. Because anything south of Salina is going to be 280s, 300s easy.
Now, a couple years ago, you could go to Melissa and get a 250.
You could.
Not anymore. So things are just going crazy. And this is a perfect place for people. What is the school district here?
This is Royce City, and we're talking to the school district. One of the big facets, as Chellie mentioned earlier, is schools within the community. That whole sense of place and community, we find schools are very, very important. So you'll notice in all our communities, there's going to be 1 or 2 or more elementary schools. Our Heartland that we manage actually has 7 elementary schools planned for it.
Okay, wow. That's a lot of elementary schools. Okay, so you've got the elementary, and then where do they? Okay, so Royce City. I grew up in Garland, so I know Royce City is over there, but I don't know exactly. So you've got, is it near Fate?
It's just a little east of Fate. It's the next street. It's the next city over. And Royce City is an excellent school district. They built a brand new high school.
Right.
They built some new elementary schools. It's a growing place. It's surprising.
Yes.
You know, when we bought this property a few years ago, there was a gas station on the corner and a McDonald's.
Right.
Now it's all the whole retail side is blown up out there.
And are these the sold homes already?
Those are just the first phase.
Under development.
They're already sold?
No.
Oh.
We brought on 275 lots in the first phase. I think Highland has 5 or 6 sold already.
Wow.
And they just opened their model about a week and a half ago.
So that's probably the most affordable Highland home that you can get in the Metroplex.
I would bet it's probably pretty close to it.
It was Melissa, literally, in the past 3 years, but it's gone up. So I bet, if you want to, because Highland's a very reputable, high-end builder.
Great builder.
And if you want a Highland home, if you want that quality at that price point, then you can get that. That's good to know. And then you're right off of I-30.
Highland builds in all 3 of our active communities. They're not in Savannah, but they're in Heartland, Inspiration, and now in Waterscape.
That's one of the things for us.
As is Bloomfield.
Bloomfield
as
is too. We look for builders that fit our personality, I guess is the best way.
Right.
Because we just don't go and blow through a community. We don't grid a community out. We don't look for somebody that's going to churn just house after house after house. We look for people that are going to partner with us on the long-term basis and want to be a partner for, in this case, 1,100 lots.
Right.
And so our builders are geared for that type of a buyer. They're not just in there for let's get as many sold as we possibly can and get out.
Got it. So y'all are very particular about that. Okay.
We are.
So how are you handling, or are you experiencing, or is this even a concern, the segue or the desire of people to have the modern look of home? Is that even coming across your table?
From
Not
a
the
contemporary
ultra-modern, not
standpoint, or
like those Britain homes that they were trying to put in McKinney, or that they are. I mean, they're gorgeous, gorgeous homes, but it's like you have this look, and then you have a Britain home. Do you see what I'm saying?
There's that balance between architectural styles that fit well together. For example, Mainview, I think, does a great job, and they're a more contemporary feel, but they work real well within a traditional community's architecture.
Okay.
In Waterscape, History Maker is building the Hardy Plank Cape Cod style homes.
Okay.
And they fit well with Highland's type of product because Highland builds that porchy look on the front, even though it's made out of brick.
Okay.
So you have to watch. You can't bring in a hard contemporary. When I was up in Philadelphia, you had the old salt box, and they would go in against a provincial or a federal, and they really stand out a little bit of an odd duck.
Non-conforming.
Yeah.
It's like a non-conforming look.
Yes. So we try not to get into the builder's architecture, but we look at the architecture very hard. Now, one of the things we do in our communities is landscaping. We require a lot more landscaping out of our builders. So if you go into inspiration, you'll notice at the end of every driveway, there's a landscape bed. And the purpose of that is, again, as you look down the street, you don't see concrete on concrete on concrete. All that landscaping helps break up that concrete look as you look down the street.
Okay.
So all the little pieces like that, the street signs are all custom designed. The street lights are all custom designed.
What about the fence height?
The fence height is about the same, but on all the streets, in Inspiration example, there's brick columns or stone columns on every corner lot.
Okay.
So you don't see that board-to-board butt joint. You'll see a board-on-board with a cap and a trim piece in between stone columns that go every 50 feet.
Do you still have the, the neighborhood requirement of 6 feet fences, or do you allow 8?
We do. We do still have 6 feet fence.
Wait, I want to know.
Okay.
We'll be right back after this break.
How do you know what is fact versus opinion with all the fake news these days? You go to Talk Radio 1190 and tune in to the new show, Chasing the Truth, every Friday from 3 to 5 p.m. They'd even like for you to be part of the show. How? Just listen to the topics about politics, sports, economy, and current events. Call in and give them your opinion. But warning, you must have facts to back up your opinion, or you'll be booted off the air. Chasing the Truth every Friday from 3 to 5. Great new show with a great new format that's sure to raise some eyebrows.
Hi, Tom Bodette. Motel 6 is still the place to save money as you travel down the highway. Or, for you Californians, the freeway. Whether you're on a cross-country trek on Interstate 10 or a fun jaunt up State Route 1, aka the 10 or the PCH, there's probably one of our more than 1,400 locations right down the road. Or for Californians, just over the hill. But it's rush hour, so I'd take the canyon. I'm Tom Bodette from Motel 6, and we'll leave the light on for you.
At Progressive, we think your floral boutique is the bee's knees. In fact, it's all the bee's knees in every hive of bees in all the trees from here to Belize. Please. Everyone agrees. You deserve the expertise of Progressive Business Insurance, with over 40 years of experience helping busy bees and their knees glide with ease like a gentle breeze. So whether you're a worker bee, a queen, or none of these, buzz over to progressivecommercial.com if you please. Faster than a bee's knees as he pollinates the leaves of 3 trees. Progressive Casualty Insurance and Affiliates.
In small towns and big cities around the world, Habitat for Humanity volunteers gather. Hammers are raised, bricks are laid, and another family finds shelter in a home they help build. Habitat volunteers are changing lives for the better, and in the process, maybe even their own as well. Support the work in your community or wherever your heart leads you. Volunteer, get involved, and help build it. Visit us at habitat.org.
Did you know 22 Americans die each day waiting for organ transplants, most of them for kidneys? The good news is that MatchingDonors.com is helping to change that. MatchingDonors.com is a 501c3 nonprofit organization that links organ donors with people in desperate need of kidneys and other transplants. And now you don't need to donate a kidney to save a life. You can donate your boat, car, or real estate, with 100% of the proceeds going to help save the lives of people needing organ transplants. Visit MatchingDonors.com or call 800-385-0422.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Jenna Ryan Show. This is Jenna Ryan.
Welcome back to the Jenna Ryan Show.
I have a... you make mistakes. What the heck? You do the best you can. Welcome to the Jenna Ryan Show. I'm here today having a great time. You guys, I'm a real estate agent. If you need someone if you're buying or selling in Dallas-Fort Worth, think of me. Call me. Don't be shy. I am friendly and nice and really work hard. Give me a call at 972-510-9177 or email me at jennaryanrealty@gmail.com so that I can help you buy and sell in Dallas-Fort Worth. I'm a broker with Jenna Ryan Realty, and today I have a very special guest. I have Feathers-Meziere, the marketing director for Huffines Communities. We also have Elvio Bruni. Sorry, I did it right the whole rest of the show until just then. Elvio Bruni, who is the president of Huffines Development, Huffines Communities. This is one of the most incredible developers, and I'm not just saying that. That's not just blowing smoke. They are incredible. They build these humongous master plan communities. They lots of attention to detail. They have the water slides, the pavilions, the fishing ponds. So they also really do great things for realtors.
Yes, we do, Jenna.
They are now, I understand you just got back from a huge thing.
We took 50 people to Maui.
What?
It was 2 years ago. The company was gracious enough to allow me to start a Realtor Rewards program.
Wow.
So the first year I took about 17 people that sold in Heartland, and we went to Costa Rica for 3 nights and 4 days.
Oh, my goodness.
Next we took 13 people that sold in Inspiration to Bermuda for 4 nights and 5 days.
Okay, so how many do you have to sell to get on that trip?
Well, the first time around, we had to sell a minimum of 2 houses to win a trip for one, and the third house would win the trip to take a guest. This year's trip, I convinced the company to let me roll all of our communities into one big trip. So they could sell in any one of our 3 communities, Inspiration, Heartland, or Savannah, sorry.
No problem.
And they had to sell a minimum of $750,000 in volume, which would win them a trip for one person.
Wow.
Originally, we were going to Tortola, and the hurricane kind of changed that. So we ended up going to Maui, which was incredible.
Oh, I haven't gone yet, and I'm just like, that's my next trip.
Yeah,
it's
beautiful. So we took about 50 people.
Oh, my goodness.
And I used a wonderful travel company, Art of Travel, Steve McSwain with Art of Travel, and he helped me work the trip and plan it. He did all the technical stuff so that I took my social media special with us, Rochelle, and she and I were able to engage with the realtors the whole time we were there, and Steve handled everything for us. He went along with us on the trip.
Talk about buzz.
Yes.
Because all of those agents are going to tell everyone back at their office, and everybody's really going to be scrambling to get people over there and to be promoting your community.
Well, that's the plan. We want them to have fun. We want them to know how much we appreciate them. Huffines Communities is a realtor relations community.
You're not messing around.
No,
You don't talk behind our back whenever,
No, and our communities, we sell a minimum of 72% is Savannah of our sales are realtor driven. In Inspiration, it's even higher. It's I think 78, 79%, and Heartland was 82%, something like that.
Wow.
So we really, really promote our communities to the realtors to bring their buyers in.
And that's the best way to do it.
Yeah.
And also you're on the MLS too.
That's another thing. I started insisting that our builders put their homes on the MLS, not only their spec homes that they're building, but the homes that they're building that they're built to suit. Yeah, because we need the comps. So everything's on the MLS. Now, our next year's trip, the company's Elvio's responsible for letting me do something even more phenomenal. We're taking them on a 300-passenger luxury cruise. It's the Silver Sea. Okay. And we will be starting from Fort Lauderdale. Sorry, this starts from Fort Lauderdale. We're going to go to Turks and Caicos. We're going to go to Spanish Town. We're going to go to St. John. We're going to go to St. Bart's. And then we'll end up, pardon? 7 nights, 8 days. We'll end up in Puerto Rico.
I can't even believe this.
Yeah,
Nobody does this.
And the criteria for this, last year it was $750 for one person or $1.2 million. Or I'm sorry, $1 million to take a second person. This year we're just making it $1.2 million in sales, and we're taking 2 people. So they automatically have a guest to come with them, and Waterscape will also be eligible.
Say that again.
1.2 million in sales from any of our now 4 communities because we're still selling in Savannah.
Okay.
Waterscape's coming on board.
Okay.
And already selling actually, so they'll be able to participate as well. And Heartland and Inspiration sales from all those communities. And I already have about 5 realtors that have qualified.
So how are they qualifying for that?
By selling homes.
I know.
And closing them.
So they're just getting people in. And where are the people moving from to these communities?
Well, out in Inspiration, it's a lot of them, believe it or not, are coming from Wiley.
Okay, so people in Wiley are going to
Inspiration. They're coming to Inspiration. They don't want to leave the school district.
Right.
We also have quite a few people from Dallas, Frisco, McKinney and Allen.
Okay. And State Farm?
Yep.
State Farm people?
State Farm, a little bit of Toyota people.
Yeah.
We've got out-of-state people. We had 25 sales from out-of-state.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
So they're finding us on the internet.
Okay.
And they're coming out and checking out what we have and loving it.
Okay, so when they're finding you on the internet, are they finding you through that new home?
They're finding us through everything. Rochelle, our social media gal, really pushes the website. We work with a group, advertising agency, and they handle a lot of media stuff for us, Anderson, Hanson, Blanton.
Okay.
They push a lot of stuff out media-wise. We do involve in Hot on Homes.
Right, we're having
them
on.
They help some, yeah. Yeah, we are trying to do everything cutting edge.
Okay, so and you're on the radio show today.
We're on the radio show today. Thank you.
And people are going to know about your community. Well, that is wonderful. So this trip, when are y'all going on the trip?
We'll go next February.
February. Maybe I'll be involved in this.
That would be wonderful. We'd love to have you come on the trip with us.
Yes.
Yeah, you could do the show live from the trip. Wouldn't that be awesome? Gosh. We got to do it, Jenna.
Let's do it.
That would be awesome.
That would be incredible.
Yeah.
Danny, you could be my guest. We can go.
That would be a blast. We haven't done that, and that would set us to even a new high.
That would, and we could put it all, blast it out on social media.
But when we take them on these trips, we plan everything out for them. We plan plenty of private time, but we also do events. Like we did a welcome reception, then we took them to a luau, and then they had free time in between. They got to pick an excursion, so we offered 5 excursions, and each one of them got to do one fabulous excursion, and then if they wanted to purchase additional excursions on their own, they could. We did a Valentine's dinner for everybody since it fell over Valentine's.
Wow.
And then we had planned a private catamaran dinner for the last night, but we had some storms come in. So we had to shift gears and have that at a restaurant. But everyone was so appreciative and had such a fabulous time. And we couldn't have had a better group. I mean, truly, it was the best group that I could have hoped for a trip this size.
That really pumps me up and makes me want to sell. My realtor friends out there, we need to be selling in Heartland, Inspiration, Savannah, and Waterscape. And these are homes that are affordable homes. So, right? Am I right or am I realist?
Yeah.
Some of them are, high end.
200. Our homes range from 200 to 600 between our 4 communities.
So if you have someone who is asking, they're first time home buyers, they don't want to spend $3,000 for, these homes that are, in Dallas are going for $500,000.
Yeah.
And they're like this size. So you can actually just move a little farther out, not too bad, and it's actually becoming closer in every day, and get the $200,000 home where you've got all the brand new look and feel of the home.
And all of our builders, I think, now offer granite as just a mainstay. It's, it's
right.
It's not an upgrade anymore. Hardwood floors, for the most part.
They have to have hardwood floors. Yeah, and that's another thing that's interesting. I was talking about how the modern look, everybody wants that modern, clean line, clean design look. What a lot of people that have been on the show we've discussed is that you have the traditional exterior. The face of the house is very traditional, but you come in and they're becoming more and more modern, right?
Yeah, and livable.
Yeah.
I mean,
how would you say livable? What's making them more livable?
Well, the spacing and openness and the rooms for certain activities. A lot of our homes have like craft rooms. People are into crafting. Or media rooms are still big. Outside patios where you can live outside.
With a
fireplace or a TV or pools. Not as many pools because we offer such great amenities. People don't have the need to have a pool.
Right.
But we still have.
Yeah, and if you have a house that's old in the 90s and you've got the the choppy look, or if you have a home from the 70s, you've got the wrought iron, cast iron piping. Why mess with that? Why not just go get a brand new home where you've got a warranty? So anyway, this has been a fantastic show. I'm so glad. Thank you for listening to the show today. Thank you, Chellie, for being on.
You're welcome. It's our honor. Thank you for inviting us.
Thank you, Elvio, for being on. And everybody go visit and so that you can win this trip. Well, if you're a realtor, take your clients.
We do a lot of realtor events also.
Oh, you do realtor
parties,
events?
And we'll have a luau out in Inspiration in June. We'll have grand opening in Waterscape. Okay. Actually, luau is in May. Waterscape is in June. And then we'll have a big realtor event in Heartland in the fall as well.
I want to be invited to those
You will
events.
be invited to all of them.
Okay.
And we give fabulous prizes away as well and have great entertainment.
Okay. Well, I definitely will come to those events. Just invite me to the events. And if you are interested in going out, you would go out to Savannah, Heartland, Inspiration, or Waterscape. Those are the Huffines communities. Go out there and check it out. Go and see the new home builders that are out there. And usually they're open today. So you guys can go out there today.
They're open 7 days a week.
7 days a week. And everyone, thank you so much for listening to the show. And give me a call. I'm Jenna Ryan Realty.
The Jenna Ryan Show. All things real estate and beyond. If you're in the market for a new home or planning on selling your home, if you want to know what's going on in the DFW area or who the movers and shakers are in our community, tune into the Jenna Ryan Show, Sundays 11 a.m. to noon on Talk Radio 1190.